Fair use. Grief, one day at a time. 365 Meditations to Help You Heal After Loss by Alan D. Wolfett, PhD. November 11th. Wabi Sabi nurtures all that is authentic by acknowledging three realities. Nothing lasts. Nothing is finished. Nothing is perfect. A quote from Richard Powell. The Japanese concept of wabi-sabi embraces the imperfection and fleetingness of life. The philosophy also values simplicity and nature. In life, nothing material lasts. Material goods come and go. Bodies are born and eventually die, and nothing is perfect. Even our love for and relationship with the person who died was flawed in countless ways. Life is imperfect and fleeting. Maybe love in all its imperfection is the only thing that does last. The meditation reads, I am learning to appreciate the temporary and imperfect beauty of life. November 12th. All great changes are preceded by chaos. A quote from Deepak Chopra. Our grief can feel so chaotic. It's like being in the middle of a wild, rushing river with nothing to hold on to. We're confused, befuddled, and disorganized. It's dizzying and miserable. But our chaos is rearranging us. We must trust that it is making new patterns and connections. Over time, as we do our grief work, we will eventually begin to see the changed yet beautiful new us we are becoming. The affirmation reads, I may never be someone who thrives on chaos, but I can work to be someone who trusts in the regenerative power of temporary chaos. November 13th. Real love stories don't have endings. A quote from Gregory J.P. Goddick. People die, but love does not. Mourning the death and continuing to love the person who died are not mutually exclusive. Actually, integrating loss into our lives means having the courage to continue to love, even in the face of loss. We could not stop loving even if we wanted to. Yet, because the person we love is no longer here to receive our love, we must transform it into loving memory and eternal connectedness, carrying it with us for the rest of our lives and beyond. Now, the quest becomes to travel through life still and always intertwined with the person who died, yet open to new paths and relationships that will bring continued meaning to each of our days until we too vanish into the heavens. The meditation reads, My love story will continue forever. November 14th. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. A quote from Nikola Tesla. Prana is the Sanskrit word for life force, or life energy. The Chinese call it qi, also spelled qi. Various cultures and holistic disciplines, such as yoga, hold that our bodies harbor prana, waves, which give us energy and also connect us to the universal prana that binds everyone and everything in life together. Prana energy is the essence called upon in acupuncture, Huai Tai Chi, meditation, and other traditional arts. Here in the Western world, we use the term spirit. Our spirits have been dulled and dampened by grief, which is why we use the phrase low spirits to describe sadness and depression. Nurturing our spirits and building them back up is our central goal on the path to healing. The traditional arts mentioned above help us bolster our prana. So do getting enough rest, eating well, exercising appropriately, and partaking in activities that we find meaningful and joyful. As we mourn, we are well served to remember to nurture our spirits. The meditation reads, "When my spirits are low, I will take this as a cue that I need to spend more time nurturing my spirit." November 15th. Stress can destroy much more than just our physical health. Too often, it eats away at our hope, belief, and faith. A quote from Charles F. Glassman. Stress comes from demand, challenge, and change. Our grief is stressful. So are many circumstances in our lives. We have to grieve right now, but we probably don't have to engage with all the other stress. It's sapping our capacity for hope, belief, and faith. Now's a good time to make a list of situations and activities we often find stressful. How many of these can we eliminate from our daily lives? Let's get started. The meditation reads, "Today I will eliminate at least one stressful thing from my life. If I feel guilty about it, I will remember that right now my hope, belief, and faith are more important." November 16th. You don't heal from the loss of loved one because time passes. You heal because of what you do with the time. A quote from Carol Crandall. Expecting time alone to heal our grief is kind of like expecting time alone to get us in shape. It simply ain't gonna happen. Working our bodies most days of every week is how we achieve and maintain fitness. Likewise, working our grief, acknowledging it, befriending it, and sharing it outside ourselves in various ways most days of every week is how we slowly move toward healing. We've loved and lost. Now time stretches on before us. Let's make the most of that time so that we can heal and live and love fully again. The meditation reads, "I've got grief work to do today, tomorrow, the next day, and ad infinitum." November 17th. Something amazing happens when we surrender and just love. We melt into another world, a realm of power already within us. The world changes when we change. The world softens when we soften. The world loves us when we choose to love the world. A quote from Marianne Williamson. Eventually, we come to realize that if we surrender to our loss, it slowly begins to exert less power over us. We muster the courage to turn our attention to it, to feel and experience it fully. And in doing so, we find that it loses some of its strength. Surrendering to our grief takes more guts than fighting it. It is also more effective. When we learn to meet our grief with love and acceptance, it softens, and all that is good and meaningful in the world opens up to us again. The meditation reads, I am working on surrendering to my grief. Please share, like, subscribe, and remember that you are not alone.